people who are doing the work, people who are ready for the opportunity will present itself. It'll be available to those that are paying attention. And so, if you're out there looking to, transact in real estate and get involved in it, you got to be paying attention, and an opportunity is going to come up. I sat at this open. I know this to be fact because I work with the buyers, and a lot of them, buyers are more picky than ever.
So I've been out in New York the last couple of weeks, spending time with family and friends. I did a lot of running, but boy, did I eat well. I had dessert every night, sometimes twice. It was fun. It was a good event, but I missed catching up on real estate. So we've got the hub call here today. We've got Matt and Ty. We're going to just talk about what's been happening the last couple of weeks in sales and rates and all of that. So Ty, you joined first, so that honor goes to you. What's been happening in real estate? Are we still seeing days on market rise, inventory, the wonky stuff still sitting? What's going on?
It's wonky out there, and absolutely days on market are climbing, not rapidly. And again, I feel like we're trending toward what I would call a normal market. But yes, properties are sitting. The wish pricing is an example. I got a friend of mine, he's also an agent, called me, hey, 40 days, no offers, no action. What do I do? Okay, you need to be below 700,000. You need to be 699, not 740 or whatever. That was, optimistic based on, maybe a 6.5% interest rate, but not in today's environment. You've got to be ultra competitive, but also we are putting stuff under contract. Had a new listing too that, hot, man, like 4 or 5, 6 showings a day over the last 4 or 5 days. I'm guessing multiple offers this week. So, but it's also priced well, and it's also in a hot market, a block away from BART, which is in the Bay Area, is a big deal, transit line. Yeah, transit line into San Francisco and into the job markets from the suburbs. So, weird and wonky. Yes, you have to be competitive on pricing, and days on market are shifting. You got to shift seller expectations.
I am curious because we're kind of team buyer on this channel, right? We do some of us like yourself flip and all of that, but most of us are team buyer. Have you seen anybody take a disrespectful offer yet? I know people are making them, but has anybody actually yet broke down and accepted a disrespectful offer on the sell side?
Not yet, but we are so close. We are so close on one. It's a property that has had some problems, and it's not ugly, but it's mediocre. It's in the middle. It's kind of average. Yeah. And so the seller is ready for a disrespectful offer. Of course, I'm not out blasting it, but I think we've got a guy that he made an offer 3 weeks ago. He increased a little bit. So I think that we may be able to put that together. So we're really close on, I would say, disrespectfuls. It feels like it definitely has a chance as we are going into the July month. So,
yeah. And that's the key, right? We've left the spring, selling season. It does slow down. And I want people to feel this, feel it. It's going to be our time, right? You're going to start to see stuff on the market longer. You're going to be able to write disrespectful offers. You're going to be asked for seller credits and all of that. And you make your money when you buy. Never, ever, ever forget that. But Matt, I want to talk to you about mortgage. The last couple of weeks, I've still done my reading because that's just what I do every week or every day. It looked like mortgage applications up 2 weeks in a row. What the heck is happening in mortgage?
Yeah. So when it's a little bit softer and a little bit easier, which is what the market is, recently, I think it gives buyers hope. And so buyers, come back to the market. And, so I don't know how much stock to put in that. Honestly, I haven't looked at it. Last week I was out of town in Michigan, but I can tell you what I feel. And I was at open houses this weekend, sat at one with an agent partner of mine, popped through a couple. If anybody on this channel is doing the work, there's like simple stuff that you'll just notice. I've got an area where I look at how many homes are on the market 30 plus days. That number has doubled in the last 30 days because
exactly,
more stuff is sitting. And so it's an exciting time. I was going to, comment too on the disrespectful. We haven't had one of those accepted yet, but what we did have is a disrespectful offer, a 2 or 3 week waiting period, and then meet in the middle where at first, the seller was just like, not entertaining this, no chance.
Right.
After a few weeks went by, I think the agents got together and they said, listen, my seller was offended by it at first, but now they want to talk, right? And so I think that one's coming together somewhere in the middle, which all just points to people who are doing the work, people who are ready for the opportunity. The opportunity will present itself. It'll be available to those that are paying attention. And so, you know, if you're out there looking to, you know, transact in real estate and get involved in it, you got to be paying attention, and an opportunity is going to come up. I sat at this open. I know this to be fact because I work with the buyers, and a lot of them, buyers are more picky than ever. So if your home is perfect, like Ty said, you know, you might have a great listing in a great neighborhood, priced competitively, flies off the shelf, and that makes it feel like a really competitive market. And then you look down the street and you're like, wow, that, you know, similar house has been on the market 44 days. Well, it's not on as great of a street. The layout's not as good. You know, the finishes aren't as nice. And so there's this thing going on where I talk to agents a lot and they're like, I don't understand it. Listing A sells in 4 days. Listing B has been on for 40. What's going on? And it's the small little things that, you know, buyers are pickier than ever. And so it's a market that, one, you have to be paying attention. Two, you have to be working with professionals that are paying attention.
Yeah.
That's my advice to people.
I love it. I love it. Elaine, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing well. You're out. Are you out and about? Are you on vacation, or is this your
I'm
backyard?
on vacation in Lake Stevens, Washington.
Wow. Committed to the show. Shows up on vacation. That is awesome. What's going on in insurance? It's still crazy out in California?
Oh, it is. It is. Just to pick up on some of the things we talked about last week, or not last week, but the week before. I'm noticing a lot of companies or clients that are getting renewal offers that are 40, 50% higher. Just know that there's more companies out there right now that are coming out. So make sure you look at those renewal offers before you let your mortgage company post that payment. And then another thing I was looking at is that if there's a claim, well, first of all, there was a client of yours, or a viewer of yours reached out to me, and we really need to let them know that it costs nothing to get information from a local agent, as opposed to you going online and sending out all these marketing. The only thing that's going to happen by you doing it on your own is that your phone is going to keep ringing and ringing and texting and ringing. Call a local agent. It costs nothing. I helped one of your viewers about 3 or 4 days ago. He got a quote that was about $400, $500 a year higher. And that is a significant, you know, difference. But I told him, make sure if you want me to look at your declaration pages, go ahead and send them to me. I gave him my email. But look at that dwelling aid coverage. It's not just rates going higher. This is a cost of inflation. So when they have to rebuild this house, they're not going to rebuild it on the cost of the dwelling aid from last year. So it's going to be what it was this year.
Yeah, I think that's really important. If you're getting insurance, landlord policies, all of that, make sure you're getting full, you know, full rebuild or whatever what is that called? Like the replacement value.
Cost coverage. And if you can get extended replacement cost coverage, do at least 25 to 50%. So if it says 300,000, it'll be 25% or 50%.
Yeah, because again, one of the things that if you're in the game long enough, you will eventually have an insurance claim. I didn't have an insurance claim for well over a decade. And then in one calendar year, I had 2 fires. So it does happen.
Well,
so
see,
again,
and that's the thing though, Michael, is that we have to let them know and remind them that we're talking about that's what insurance is for catastrophic claims. Where you're going to be out of pocket $5, $10, $15, $20,000, $100,000. Some of them. I had a client that I had for 5 years, and in 5 years, we paid out over $227,000 in claims. So we're talking catastrophic claims. If you have a claim though, that's a little bit of water, you had some mold, there's remediation, and you have, um, after your deductible,
Mhm.
$1,200, $1,500, don't file the claim.
Yeah.
Don't file the
No,
claim.
catastrophic.
It's gonna follow
Absolutely.
you for 5
Yeah.
years, and
Yeah.
you're gonna pay that difference in
Oh
5 years,
yeah. It's coming.
3
It's
times as much. So,
exactly.
you know,
Exactly. Well, Elaine, if somebody wanted to reach out again, I think your advice is well. I want to tell people in California, there's more people coming back writing policies. There was a 6-9 month window. It was getting pretty scary out there with people
Yeah.
leaving. They are coming back. So I think you need to reach out to Elaine. Just get competitive bids. I mean, it doesn't cost anything to say, hey,
even
could you
just
find
advice.
something better? Yeah.
Even just advice, and that's part of us being part of your community, is to help people out. Like
Yeah.
I said, you're a viewer. I just said, hey, compare the dwelling A coverage and then
Yeah.
see what the difference is. It's
Pretty
got to
awesome.
be between $40,000 and $100,000. It's not like they're just like, hey, let
Yeah.
me raise your rates and we're not giving you any more coverage. There is
Yeah.
more coverage, and that's because of the cost of inflation. So
Yeah.
you have to remember inflation, regulation. That is what is happening in California. So
Absolutely. Well, Elaine, how would somebody reach out to you to get these conversations started?
they can text or call me at 559-696-9196 or Elaine at fastsavings.co. So
Very, very,
Elaine at fastsavings.co.
very
And we're
cool.
going
Thank
to
you.
say goodbye from Lake Stevens, California. I mean,
Yay!
no, Washington. I forgot
Yeah,
I'm in Washington.
there you go.
It's chilly out here. It's really nice. I heard it was 107 yesterday in
Ooh,
California.
that's hot. That's hot. Well, Elaine, thank you for being here each week. Enjoy your vacation.
Thank you.
Very cool. Matt, going back to you, man. Again, slowing down out there. If you're our team buyer, again, write disrespectful offers, ask for credits, all of that, but you've got to be approved. If somebody wanted to reach out and get approved, get that file started, how do they do that?
Greatmortgagebroker.com. And we're helping people in 48 states, just like contacting Elaine. It's free. It's free to get pre-approved. It's free to get the information. You want that, conversations I had this weekend where I'm making a point to tell buyers, getting pre-approved isn't yes, green light, pre-approval letter up to 1.5 million. Getting pre-approved with us is you're pre-approved. Here's what it looks like at 1.1, at 1.15, at 1.2. And then you take that information, you work with, your co-borrower or spouse, or if you're buying it yourself, you just analyze the information to find out what comfortably fits in your budget. That's what I want people to do before they go out and start falling in love with real estate or worrying about what price they're paying. Like, that's irrelevant if you don't know what the numbers look like. If you go out and you go, oh, I'm going to get this smoking deal because I can buy this house for $460 and it's listed for $515. That doesn't mean anything if you don't know what the mortgage numbers look like. So dial that in first. I really want to continue to preach that to people because they don't. I just know working with people, they don't. They're like, I'm pre-approved. I like real estate. Me buy real estate. Like, dive in a little bit on the
a little
numbers.
too simple.
Please.
Yeah. And then we should also highlight, I think you're doing another school session this week. Yeah.
This Friday, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, live in the school community. We are going to be talking all things mortgage. I've got people last time that, we talked about some crazy deals they're putting together. We looked at DSCR pricing. We looked at, if there's any lenders that will do financing behind, seller finance deal. So whatever questions you have, it's live. You can bring a loan estimate and say, I thought about doing cash out, but this refinance, I don't know if this makes sense. Here's what the lender told me. You're going to get free advice from somebody who's doing this all day, every day. And I have a lot of fun doing it. I reminded the group last time, I wouldn't be able to think of these great questions they have.
Yeah.
Right. So even if I tried, and so they're pulling out of me, really good information because they have really good questions. And half the time it's going to be, well, shoot, I don't know. So I've got some follow-up this time from last time to say, based on what you asked, here's the information we got.
Cool.
So I'm looking forward to it. 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on Friday. What is this Friday? June 28th,
Something like that.
Yeah.
And you're going to record it this time, right?
Yep.
So we can post it replay.
I try to get better every day. It's my mantra, Mike, but forgot
there
to
you
hit the
go.
record button last time. I'll record it. Before I forget to, if you want to connect me and the team, greatmortgagebroker.com. We'll help
Very
you out,
cool.
but we'll see you Friday.
Very cool. And Elaine, you wanted, there's something else we need to talk about? Oh, you're on mute.
Sorry. Yeah, there was one more thing that I wanted to talk about when you're buying a new or purchasing a new property, especially if it's for investment. I don't know if you guys can hear me okay.
We can.
But just to make sure that you look at the property insurance first,
Mhm.
because what you may think is an investment, you can't see the profit or the loss that you're going to feel on the insurance end this year and last year and maybe into the next year. So I would get those quotes prior so that you can really evaluate what your profit is going to be.
Yep. I like it. Great
Important.
advice. Yep. Again, 559-696-9196. Elaine is text her. Get the file started. And Ty, just like we started, we're going to finish what's going on in your world. When are you going to host your first school session talking creative finance? When's that going to happen?
Let's get it scheduled the week after. I'm really flexible, so the week after the 4th of July, let's do it. And it's interesting because, again, for viewers, listeners, the school community, it's probably more like about 8 hours plus of creative finance, seller financing, subject to financing. I've been doing for 30 years. I lead and help in the Pace Morbies community, the sub 2 community. Actually, the stuff I gave to you that's free with the school community, I now charge $350 for, or it's a part of a bigger package.
Right.
So just FYI, if people are interested, $20 a month, you get that. Plus, I'm going to come on the second week of July.
Nice.
And I will do a live Q&A, all things creative finance, subject to seller financing.
I love it, guys. Well, you are amazing. Thank you for being a part of our hub calls. Thank you for everything you guys do. And again, if you want to reach out to Ty, he treats email like text, ty@tylg.com. Have a great day.